I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Oops. Oh no. You're the reason my neck hurts. It's right here. Right here. Hi, Wiki. How you doing, sir?
This place has seen better days.
How was your night? You were up pretty damn late. Well, at least that's not like 4 o'clock my time. Deer skis. So I went out to Uber, and apparently my insurance expired yesterday, and they haven't updated my new card yet. Oh, I can't Uber today. Yep, are you fucking around? Or are you showing people your wand? You're like, Wingardium Penisosa. That works too. Check out this thing. I grew up my tail. So I made my YouTube channel, and have one video on it. I feel like I was successful last night. Of course, it was my old handle. I'm like, I'm not one handy kid anymore, but that's okay.
Revelio.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Incendio.
Check out the stick. Then I found out that the woman of my dreams is playing down the road tonight, and I can't go see her. Well, I'm trying to do the whole, like, multi-stream shit. Obviously, Kick was a bust. I still don't know anybody that uses Kick on a regular. So... I'm like, gotta find something. I have 3 views. I know, right? I was like, Kick is gonna be great. And then it disappeared. I don't think I've actually heard anybody talk about Kick in like several months. La 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 la.
Incendio.
I have one guy that, like, logs into WoW every night. He's on Twitch and Kick. So it'll give me, like, his Kick notification, then his Twitch notification. It's like, oh, he's still trying. But I figure on YouTube I'll just download my VODs, just post them and see if anything happens with them. You only need 100 subscribers to go live on it, from what I heard. So, if and when it happens, I'll dual stream with that. Here's something over here. I want the silver YouTube plaque on my wall.
Yeah.
Incendio!
Fire!
Revelio.
I've already been through here. Oh, is there another one that I have to break down?
Incendio.
So, I got a hit because of my, Rob Zombie Scum of the Earth when I uploaded last night. And it said, oh shit, I'm stuck. It said, this artist allows their music to be played on YouTube.
Incendio.
So I didn't get an actual copyright. I was like, oh, well, alright then.
Revelio.
I was like, because it kept a record of like how long my alert was, and it was like 27 seconds, and it's like copyright music enabled or something like that. You might get dinged, I don't know. I see now you got clowns showing up at your doorstep with a cease and desist order. Yeah, it's barcode. The whole thing is sick. The whole thing is sick. The whole thing is sick. Blah 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 blah. Right. Pick up the pain. Hi, 40K, how are you? Oh yeah, you do have Fear Factory at the beginning, didn't you? I have a song that's kind of like Fear Factory. This one. There's no lyrics in it. It's not trapped. Of course, our son gave me an idea last night. Yeah, Midgar's our son now, by the way. We share him. And, I thought about doing that today, but I don't think I'm going to. So I like not having shit in my mouth. Where's child support? It comes in the form of beans. I think I might actually throw those on the stream this week. And then just get another box. 4K, how's your day going, man? Yeah, you add your throne. You show me later how to do a throne, because I have no idea. Love letter.
Revelio.
Excuse me. I'm gonna just add shit. Oh. I wasn't sure exactly how like people did it. Whoa. I slept in today too for a little bit. It was nice. I woke up at 11. I'm like, oh fuck. I was like, oh wait, it's Saturday. Where's the fucking... So there's a spot that has floating candles that I need to get to. Okay, so you woke up like an hour later than I did. Of course, you were probably up later than I was too. I finished posting the YouTube video and I was like, I'm going the fuck to bed. My body still hasn't recovered from working at Amazon. My shoulder's a nice fucked up mess. It's like my back and my shoulder. I just need to fucking get broken and then fixed. Yeah, there's the YouTube link. Follow me on YouTube for a grand experience. It's not a very pretty link, but let's make sure it actually works. Yay, it does. I have 8 subscribers. Yay! I feel famous already. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I will crush
Hello,
and
bitch.
destroy and... Ooh, shiny.
How you doing, Clotface? Kelly, click that link above you and follow me on YouTube. Please. God, where is this? Okay. Don't forget to smash that like button. La la la. Wiki, do you mean this like button? Yes. From the left and the right. Finally. Finally, the lick has been allowed from the right side. Okay, I need to find... Where's the map? Use the map with floating candles to find the treasure, okay? Thank you, Kelly. Now I need 91 more followers on fucking YouTube. There, okay. So, trees. Maybe I need to... have this. So I'm pretty sure I found the bridge.
Lumos.
That's not it. You did? Well, that's good. Did you remember to save it? Because that could have been your issue, because I fucked up a couple times when I put new redeems and sounds. And I just forgot to save it. So that could have been your issue.
Lumos.
That's not it either. Oh, that's good. Did you try testing it? Well, I guess it's doing different noises for me than it is for you. I would just do like a test stream and then listen to your phone and see if it actually works. Because you may have been able to hear it on your end, but I was just hearing the little
Here I am, as good as my word.
As good as my word.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. It took the cunning of a Slytherin to track down these pages.
Well said. Now, where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek.
So
As you
no
can
Kelly's
imagine,
gonna
I
say
never
that they
paid
talk
much
very loud.
attention in
Is anybody
school.
else having
Shall we?
loud voices? So I know Kelly said it was loud last night. Excuse me. I can turn it down a little bit.
Lumos. Aside from the bird bath,
Dialogue
anything
is
else I
loud?
should look
Okay.
for?
I turned it down a
Indeed.
little bit.
A few landmarks, a stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, I always had issues with this game equalizing the sounds.
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me. Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that bird bath. Adieu. Is that Latin? Or Greek?
That's probably really loud. That's really loud for me. Oops. I'll fix it in a minute. I don't know why the sound is so fucked up on this one. Hold on. What? So I don't know why the sound is so screwed up on that. Okay. Music volume. It's like everything is so much louder. All right, let me know if that's any better. La 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 la.
Expelliarmus!
Oops. mic doesn't turn up anymore. And my mic, well, I can turn it up in OBS. You're one to talk, Kelly, with a really fucking quiet-ass mic. You need to get a headset. Or a mic. How's that?
Incendio.
The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word.
Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get.
Lumos.
Potato.
A waterfall? Okay, good. Hello, son. Me and your other father were just talking about you. Speak of the devil.
Lumos.
How you doing today, Ming? How was the 14th Final Fantasy last night? Did you guys beat all the levels? Yeah, Midgar, you've been adopted. How does that make you feel? Midgar, click that little linky and follow your one-handed father on YouTube. You know you want to.
Lumos. Lumos.
Lumos. Yeah, the dungeon that you guys were in when I popped in last night, I fucking hate that dungeon.
Such regal creatures, stags.
That dungeon can eat my ass in the left, the right, and the middle. We have joint custody, so it rotates. Whoops. Sometimes Daddy 1's gotta go sledding, sometimes Daddy 2 has to. Straying too far from the path. Fuck. How am I straying too far from the path? That's the way it told me to go. Yeah, you have to clean it with a rock, though. No, you have to use a rock, remember? Only a rock. Spit shine. Ting. What the hell?
Jackdaw described.
Alright, what am I doing her?
Revelio.
Intramuros.
Oh boy.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Ranrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding.
I can see that. Ow.
I won't rest.
No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now.
Or even better, he'll
See
make
my
you
Jackdaw
listen
is
to
moving.
A Day to Remember since you've been gone over and over and over on repeat until you're done cleaning the toilet. Oh god. Oh, since you haven't seen it yet, this is for you.
Oh, you're gonna get him to hot tour and spit on that thing. You get me? Oh, this is so funny.
That was good. Yeah, I found the original, and then I found the Arnold one, and I'm like, oh, Arnold is much better.
I wonder how big this place is. I can shoot a symbol, but it doesn't stay lit for long. Yes, that must be where this one is.
I'd be the Rock. Got the hot tour in the chopper. Meow.
Someone didn't want casual visitors down here.
Ooh, dead spiders. Here's the thing. We started out friends. It was cool, but it was all betrayed.
I wonder if any of these souls will help me through this.
He's the Arnold since you've been gone. Ooh. Fuck me. Yeah, we'll go that way first. Oh yeah, Austrian Death Machine was awesome. I loved Austrian Death Machine. I almost got to see them alive, actually.
Revelio.
Well, one time they came to Indiana. So I think from this point on, whenever I do a stream, I'm going to save all my VODs and I'm going to put them on my YouTube channel. You got one of those YouTubers. Yes. What? Ooh.
If I could summon that platform to me, I'd probably do it.
Accio nub.
That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot. There's no sign of him.
So what's everybody up to today? Potato. Gotta make it cool looking. Angie, how are you doing, my friend? How was margaritas last night? I saw you raid and then you're like, gotta go get margaritaed, and then you got margaritaed. I was jealous. I like margaritas. Fantastic. Nothing like a good margarita. Did I see your thing in Discord? I did not. Let me take a look-see. Did you do it in like general? It's always what you're doing. It's never why you fucking sexy mama. Oh, and food. Oh my god. Girl? I want all of those in my mouth. Those look so good. I go to the Mexican place down the road and get a 44-ounce margarita when I get margaritas. I feel slightly alcoholic after that, but it's okay. You're a tequila baby. They had a mariachi band? That's great.
If Jackdaw could solve this, so can I. Perhaps the next symbol is hidden somewhere.
There was a mariachi band at my friend's birthday once. They sung Selena for you? Aww. I can't even remember a single Selena song. I remember watching the movie with Jennifer Lopez. And for the longest time I thought she was Selena because I was like, 6. Spider! When I was a kid, I used to think actors and actresses had to change their names to play the parts that they played. You got leftovers? Dumb.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left
There you go.
something behind for me, but where could he be?
So Andy, if you use YouTube, if you wouldn't mind hitting that link and hitting subscribe so I can try to do YouTube, that would be awesome. You'll never have to actually watch me on it. I'm just trying to see if I can go live on it. It's only got one video and it's kind of boring, but it gave me something to do. I love your face, thank you. I'm just gonna record all my VODs and then just whore myself out to YouTube for a little while. So I'm trying to do Twitch and YouTube at the same time.
Incendio.
Maybe TikTok one day.
Touched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in the search of this path.
Spoilers!
Incendio.
Yeah, I was thinking about it last night, and I'm like, you know what? It wouldn't be a bad thing to try. 'Cause I know some people that use TikTok a lot. I know some people that use YouTube that don't use Twitch. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to expand my horizons.
That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot. There's no sign of him.
I can't even get followers on TikTok. Mine go up and then it goes down. It's all fucking fake profiles that add me. It's like, click here to enhance your money. It's like, how about no, Scott? Or I get the ones that are like, click here for nudes sort of shit. It's like, no. Yeah, so we can pay you 1% of that. Here's $1 in pesos.
Revelio.
Yeah. So I'm a nerd and I like ASMR because I'm fucking weird. And I followed one girl one night just because she does the weird thing that I like. And 10 bot accounts with her face on it following me like maybe 5 minutes after. I was like, Jesus Christ. She does that weird thing that I like. I get it with DVD too. Like I followed Igor Slayer, and then I got like 4 bot accounts of his. Float, bitch. Don't you give me that judgmental look there, Wicker Man. I like it when people go in my ear. Makes me feel all vulnerable.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be? Not a headless skeleton.
Maybe I'm a
in
cat.
sight. I'm sure I'll have this after this.
I'm a big pussy. Meow. Meow for me, Wiki.
That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot. There's no sign of him.
I need to sell some loot.
Revelio.
Revelio. No! Fuck. Let's try that again. Oh, Wiki, I don't hate Foreigner anymore. Their drummer tipped me this morning. He redeemed himself. I woke up at like 3:30 and there was a notification, you got a tip. And it was from him. I was like, oh, okay. He must have had to wait till he got his paycheck from the show. Actually, I found out the show was actually sold out. I was surprised. Probably because of Sticks, but... It was at one of our big, like, open outdoor theater. The only one we have that's outdoors. Well, no, we have a second one. We have White River, too. But yeah, it was like a big amphitheater outside. Alanis Morissette's there tonight, and I can't go. I'd give my right hand to hug that woman. It's Alanis Morissette and Joan Jett tonight.
There it is.
There's about to be a fight.
It's almost complete.
A fight.
The spiders. These can't be what the hell are doing.
Whoa. Big red spiders. I'm just. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Multiplied since Jackdaw came this way.
Hey, things go boom. Yeah, I've had a crush on Alanis Morissette since I was like 5, 6, something like that.
Hello there.
What's up, Black Car? Oh God, Megar, what time is it? I can imagine.
I'll need to look around for the
1,
symbol.
2, 3. Ah! Okay. Is it time for 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh, let me crack my neck real quick. Y'all gonna be the cause of my my hurting neck.
Thank you for keeping these pages safe all these years.
That was you on Mark's last night. I would have paid money to see that. God, I want a margarita now. Fuck.
Here it is. The map that brought your doom, Jackdaw. Is there something beyond this room?
What's labeling her, dude?
Dude.
Fucked up.
Yep. Oh, he's right here, dude.
Dude.
There we go.
You felt mad disrespectful when you ordered it. The eye poppy. Did you go, eye poppy?
Fucking hell.
Should have did that. Oh, Zao. I love his voice.
So good.
I was gonna put you. No, are you going into the basement?
I'm going back in the basement, bro. I'm going back.
Can I get the eye poppy muñeño? And then I would have been like, ooh, notice me, senpai. Two different languages, but that's okay.
Yeah, dude, it made me mad, so I have to run someone over, okay? It's just
Oh,
how it
Sal.
is, I'm sorry. I just needed to run someone over.
Sorry, I need to run somebody over. I wonder how Lord Zhao is today. It's still extra fucking loud when I'm fighting. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Now it's time for that big boys. Yeah, if you guys don't follow me on YouTube, please do. I just started my channel last night, and I'm going to start recording VODs, throwing them on there. Hopefully go live on it someday. Who knows? Please and thank you. That link comes up a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. Mommy. You missed the bitch. I'm awesome. I'm awesome. At least I pretend to be.
That's unnerving. What's happening?
Revelio.
No other chests or anything for me to grab?
I've seen this before. In Hogwarts and the restricted section.
Oh shit. I have 11 subscribers. 89 more to go. Send you 500. I don't know how to send points. Wikibite.
Oh no. The room's starting to flood.
Let me see if it works. / give points. Megar Freak 90 500. Does it work? Nope. I'll have to look up and see how to do that.
How am I being protected? What sort of magic is this? I can only hope this magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here. What is this place?
Is this heaven? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like a ball machine?
Can it be?
Why is the dialogue so loud? Try that. You refunded all channel. Oh my god. Fuck.
It's you.
Has someone finally found our map chamber?
I recognize you from the pensives. You're Professor Rackham.
I am indeed. I must confess that I am surprised to see someone so young standing before me.
Son of a
I'm the same
bitch.
age that you and Isadora Morganach were when you
I was gonna
started
put beans on
Hogwarts.
there, but no, I'm
You've
not.
paid attention. And might I presume you share our ability?
Explode your dick and smile your ass. Get bent, losers. Penis blast.
We realize by now, our ability gives us a unique relationship with all forms of magic.
Angie, thank you for the
We
penis
can
blast.
access expressions of magic that few others can. Opportunities will arise that allow you to sharpen this rare talent. Do not
It's one of my
squander
favorites.
them.
I won't, Professor. Thank you.
I also have
much to discuss. But
a lot of dirty
first,
bitty
a map
redeems, too.
found in a certain book led you here. Place the book on the pedestal.
I
Place the
don't have
book on
with
the
me, sir.
pedestal.
That is unfortunate. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation until you return with the book.
Yes, yes, booty. All the booty. Give me all the booty. Why doesn't it? Okay. I have to watch it this way. Why doesn't it? Whoop. Oh my god. There's also this.
Penis!
Very well.
That's a
I'll
bitty one
retrieve
though.
the book right away.
Good. We shall speak again once the book is in place.
Oh my god. I'm not dancing for this one. Getting me dizzy. Okay. Can't see straight. Holy crap. I think it's time to put stuff on a timer. Got dizzy. Alright, what should I put? Just put it on a cooldown. I probably will, I don't know. New spell set? Oh, I can do, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have any curses yet, though. Probably should. Oh my god. Oh, I want root beer. That's what you get. Oh shit! It took away your mod. Oh wow, okay. I gotta fix that. Or did it? Hold on. I've never done that before. It's a wiki. No, now you do. Wow. I didn't know that moderator got taken away when you timed somebody out. That's crazy. I did not know that. Well, it'll never happen again, Wiki. It's okay. Un, dos, tres, cuatro. I'll grab these, but they don't. Oh, true. But no, I wouldn't want Wiki not to be my mod again. It wouldn't feel right. I forgot about that one.
I found the pages and the map chamber.
My dick is uncomfortably erect.
Thank you, Black Car. True statement, true statement. That's the first time I've gotten hit with that one in a while. I think that one has a timer on it though.
I'm back at Hogwarts. I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book. Revelio.
Need to find the entrance. Holy fuck. Thank you, Wiki. That was a loud one. I may or may not have tinkled my panties a little bit. Waking is surprise. Pipe bombs. Oh, I saw that clip. That was funny. Wait, how do I get to that one?
I said what in the butt. I said what in the butt. I said what in the butt. I said what in the butt.
Holy shit.
I once ate out Lilith's ass, and it made my hieratic berries tingle with a 12 to radiant light.
Jesus Christ. Did Lilith at least say thank you after? There's family back there. What is this? Oh, it's just outside. Oh god. Sorry in advance for this, oh boy. Hit me. Hey, wow. There's no timer on it. They should stack. There it goes. Where's the damn cat? Oh yeah. Oh, you know what's funny? I think I just hit the next level for Tangia. Yeah, I did. So now I have 30,000 characters a month. Thank you, guys.
Revelio.
Where is that one? Wow. Those image flips must be new. I've never seen those before. How about that? Booger. Hey. Can never get my puppy to come here. He's camera shy. I need to get a pupper can. Where is that butterfly? Walking in after a Pocho. Hopping in after that pipe makes you jump.
Revelio.
Boys, before we eat, don't forget to thank the Lord for this bountiful penis.
Isn't that the Pedro? Boys, don't forget to thank the Lord for this bountiful penis. Bountiful penis. Amen. So, I was telling my dad that the Barbie stream's being done on the 17th now, and he's like, I'll probably have to go out of town on the 17th. It's like, poor dad, having to deal with me. God, where is that fucking butterfly at? So he thought I was gonna do it this past weekend. I was like, I had to postpone it.
Spectacular, give me 14 of them right now.
I'll give you 14 of them. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't count that high. Okay. I obviously don't have any idea where this, it's probably like behind a door and I just can't get to it yet. Spectacular. Give me 14 of them right now.
What are you doing, step bro?
Oh, I need to go to Hogsmeade and sell some shit. Because, my shit is full. World map. Hogsmeade. That is classic. I love that. Holy shit. That was good. That was good. Please clip that. That was perfect. I don't think he's here to see that either. That was good. That's Wiki walking up behind him about to shit in his mouth from the left side.
We have everything a young student might need when it comes to potions. Have a good look around.
Have a good look around. So Angie, I think since Call of Duty is on Game Pass, once I get my first paycheck, I'm gonna get Game Pass again. And I'll try some Call of Duty with you guys if you want. Not that I'm any good, but I can pretend.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
I gotta get more games that other people play besides Dead by Daylight. I mean, I like Dead by Daylight, but I can only get hooked so much before I want to cry. And then when I'm playing Killer, I feel bad for killing people, so I don't want to do it. Master Liquor. Thank you for the Master Liquor. I'm gonna watch that. Roll that. Hogsmeade. is classic. Thank you. I'm gonna send it to him in case he's working. Oh, you did? Okay. He'll see it. Holy shit. That's good. I gotta make some new, like, what do you call them? Not redeems, but commands. I gotta make commands for everybody. Figure out how to do that. Flying class. I think I finally get a broom. Let's see if I remember how to do this.
Mr. Clopton, your attention, please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class. The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely. As broom flight is, first and foremost, a means of transportation. This, I fear, some of you...
Oh, I want some root beer. Can you send one my way?
Riding, rolling, and
What's your favorite kind of root beer?
be taught or in fact tolerated in
Your
this
favorite
class.
brand?
We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu.
Wegmans?
Not
I don't think I've heard of Wegmans.
Now, let's see
Is that a
how
store
everyone
or a
kept up
brand?
their practice over the summer holidays.
Old Dominion? I haven't had Old
For those who
Dominion.
need a refresher, step up to
When I was
your
back in
post,
Boston, we
stay
had
up,
the
firmly
big ones were
and
Mug and
then
IBC
kick your
root
leg
beer.
over and rest your weight on the seat. Up.
Thank you.
Now, your turn.
Yeah, root beer has been my favorite drink since I was a kiddo. My grandmother used to make me root beer floats all the time. Up.
One
Root
leg
beer
over,
floats.
So there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off.
You had taps for root beer? Oh,
And if you hear my whistle while you're
I'm so
in flight,
jealous.
ground yourself at once.
I would be like triple the size I am if I
Good.
had that.
Now, for your first lesson, fly through each ring in the courtyard. Do take care. The brooms are school property. I want them returned in one piece.
I flew through the room.
Well done.
It's Bud Light
Now
for
that
him.
you're acclimatized to
Fourth
your
keg of the
room,
Old Dominion.
Let's
Oh,
see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise.
I'd be out of that in like a day. Alrighty, Wiki.
This next set of rings will take you around the grounds for more of a challenge.
What have you?
Can you imagine if we could fly on fucking brooms like this?
This is rather fun.
Ooh, there is a total line up by me.
Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as a first year.
DC metro area.
Whoa, our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
I'm gonna have to look up Old Dominion. Nice. I fucking redeemed. Alrighty, thank you for the lurk. Enjoy DBD, I saw you log in. Go get all the root beer.
School broom well enough.
Thank you, Black Car.
I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't properly met. I'm Everett Clopton. Am I right in suspecting that a Slytherin like you might be interested in making an escape from class?
No, I
Yours
didn't do
seems
that.
strict. I wouldn't want to get into trouble.
Kagawa won't
Supposed
even
to be
notice.
evil.
Besides, a bird doesn't learn how to fly by staying in the nest.
Like
Follow me.
staying in the nest. Yes.
The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today.
Oh God. Ah.
Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
Now that's more like it.
You sure you're not part hippogriff? There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And the owlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying dips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
God, it's so pretty here.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Let's hurry back.
Whee!
Dismount here.
Landing is unavailable.
And where have you two been?
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I'm disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom the proper respect.
But Professor,
Enough. Class is
Professor.
finished for the day. As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future. Chin up. That was some rather good flying.
That's very nice.
sorry about that business with Kagawa. But you have to admit, those views were worth it.
Okay. Yeah, Bubba. Pet the puppy. Hi. Hi, Dingy. Scratch the butt, scratch the butt.
It was worth losing a few house points for that detour.
You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom after class.
Perhaps I'll have to purchase a broom then.
If you can, you should. Wish I could. I recommend visiting Albie Weeks at Spint, which is in Hogsmeade. He's always looking to test new models. I'll keep an eye out for you in the sky.
Flying class is completed.
Revelio.
The crossed one's duelist to beat.
Okay, where do I need to go? No!
I've not forgotten about our library venture. How did you fare? If you're keen for some illicit spell practice, meet me outside the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. I know a discreet place near there.
Where?
meet me in the 7th floor corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea.
I'll be right back, guys.
Away from prying eyes and
Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry, dog has a tummy ache and left me presents on the carpet. Love it. Oh, my neck's killing me. Thank you, Blackheart.
Revelio.
Where is...
Revelio.
Alright, Emerald to Hogsmeade. Which is that way. I need to do more Merlin trials so I can hold more shit. But first, we get our broom.
Who lived here, I wonder? Revelio. Revelio.
I don't think anyone lived here. Whoops. Ashwinder eggs.
Revelio.
Chickens. Found a bathroom in the middle of the field. La 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 la. Down with Rookwood. Alright, there's all the vendors. I need my brew. Potions. 3 broomsticks. Maybe it's that way. This is not it.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend.
Colonel Shiro, thank you for the follow. How you doing? Welcome in. I am the misfit with one hand.
Hello there.
How's your day going today? Where's the broom place? Oh, it's up here. But how is your day going?
Wonderful.
Hello, Mr. Weeks, is it?
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome to Street Weeks.
I love this game. This is my second playthrough. I did a Gryffindor run, my first run, and now I'm doing like an Evil Slytherin run. And now this game's great.
Thankfully with inventory. I presume you're in the
Big fan of it.
Got a few rare U-weavers available.
It's gorgeous.
Silver arrows. Wind wisps too. No matter what broom you choose, you'll be pleased. They're all exceptional, both in quality and performance.
And you get to fly in a broom.
Sounds quite the array of brooms. I'll have a look around. Thank you.
And animals. Alright, I got plenty.
That item is of the highest quality.
I'll do the Ember Dash broom.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
Okay, there's enough brooms for now. But yeah, Kuro, definitely invest. Hydrate. Hold on 1 second.
You seem to be a flyer who might be interested
I have to refill.
say, some enhancement.
But I will get that hydrate for you.
Knew I was right about you. I think you'll be quite happy with the performance of any broom at lower altitudes. But you may notice that speed consistency tends to falter as you rise. I believe I can. I have some.
I don't know. Okay. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Alrighty, we have delicious, life-saving water. It's tap water. Ooh. Thank you for the hydrate. How's your day going? Are you up to anything fun?
That sounds intriguing. Let's see what I can do.
Thank you. It'll be worth your while, if I'm right. The new upgrade ought to enhance brooms in every regard. And I can give you a special prize.
Special
The
prize.
phone box should be a bit of fun too. Go to the Quidditch pitch and Imelda Reyes will sort you out. Once you beat Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
Revelio.
Alrighty.
Can't help but admire Mr. Weeks' enthusiasm.
My name's Jeff.
Thank you for the Jeffrey. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of exploring to do in this, so if you like to explore stuff, you'll have a blast. Wee. Now, traveling will be a lot easier. Do you plan on getting it on console or PC?
If it isn't Slytherin's newest broom talent.
Oh, there you are.
Hello, Melda. Albie Weeks sent me.
Did he now? Still tinkering with his broom upgrade, no doubt. I tried to help him once. He nitpicked my flying technique, and that was the end of that. Nerve. Why is he roping you into his broom testing silliness? You've barely started flying from what I know. Caught wind of you showing off in flying class with Clopton.
You sound jealous.
Seems someone's jealous of my skills on a broom.
Me, Slytherin Quidditch captain, jealous of you.
Everyone knows that class is
Have
only
you
for
met me?
beginners, troublemakers, and bumbling baboons.
But for some reason,
Bumbling
now people think
baboons.
you're competition. I can't be having that.
Perhaps I am competition.
You can't be what passes for Slytherin these days. Ragged old hat's dropping its standards. Enough of this.
What a bitch.
Only one way to find out who's the better flyer. I hold one of the fastest times in this course. Let's see if you can beat it.
Oh, I'll beat it.
Slytherin versus Slytherin.
Actually, why not? I can beat your record.
I'm so looking forward to seeing you lose.
I bet you are. It ain't gonna happen.
Made it! Now that's more like it.
Oh shit. Takes a while to get used to flying though. I can't imagine how people do this on keyboard and mouse though. Thank you for the big wiener there, Mickey. You know I've always enjoyed your big wiener. Woo!
Did anyone else see that?
Big wiener. That is quite the honking glizzy there. Man, her best time was 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I got 1:40.
That's not. You must have cheated. You. Oh, fine.
I'm a
You won.
beast.
Don't think this is over. You can't determine skill from one single trial.
Surely my win means something.
You're not terrible, but you're still going to have to prove yourself if you want to earn my respect.
Dehydrate you.
Is it going to infect me? Am I going to have like a yeast infection? Hold on.
Yes,
So,
yes, Wicker Man, your asshole's gonna start foaming.
Don't do that.
Damn, baby.
wouldn't be the first time. Damn, baby.
That was me. I did that.
I don't want respect from the likes of you. All you
That was
do
me.
is insult people.
You and everyone else need to get thicker skin. Anyway, I'm moving on to the next course. It's near Irondale
Damn,
and offers
baby.
a much tougher challenge. You can try to prepare by racing this course again. Just check in at the podium where the leaderboard is. You can check your time and start the race. We'll see next time if your win here was more than just a fluke. Whilst on an errand for
More than just a
Aldi.
flick. Tally ho!
I suspect Mr. Weeks will be glad to hear how I fared.
Whoa, whoa. Howdy weeks. So what's your next Dark Anthology game? Or Dark... I forget what the hell they're called. The next game you're playing, Wiki.
Doesn't get any more cozy than Hogsmeade.
Second one of the ones you were playing last night. Oops. Ha! Dark Pictures.
Oh, you're back! With something to report, I hope?
Mr. Weeks, I was able to set a record on my broom.
Incredible! Miss Ray's must have been shocked. Tell me, how was the broom?
A little turbulent and is wanting for a bit of speed, but it fared well enough.
I will say that it tended to drift a bit to the left on certain turns. Heard a slight swoosh.
Hate it when it drifts to the left.
Oh, thank you. That's precisely what I needed to know. Drifted, eh? I shall get to work immediately. Even the naysayers will be forced to admit that my work's had potential all along.
I'm excited to hear more.
I have a very good feeling about this upgrade. I guarantee you'll be pleased. Expect to hear from me soon.
Sounds good, man.
How to address the issue of altitude as it relates to speed?
Now there's some quests to do here. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da.
Still talk about you taking down.
Well, hear a ding. But... Aha! Well, hello, Clementine Willardsley.
Pardon me, but were you saying something?
Oh, hello.
Man and
Talking
Medan.
for myself.
Nice.
I'm Clementine, Willardsy, charmed. I was using
It's fun watching you play that. It's like, oh shit, I missed the button. Well, fuck.
Whenever I come near, they fly
And
off
another
into
one.
When I was at Hogwarts, we truly were forbidden from entering the forest. Told horrible stories about it, and I've had an irrationally intense fear of it ever since. It's silly, but I'm insatiably curious as to where the butterflies go in the forest.
Follow the butterflies.
Possibly find out, could you? You want me to follow the butterflies?
I do, yes, if you wouldn't mind.
Absolutely, I'll follow the
If I have time, I
butterflies.
shall see where they lead.
Oh, you can usually find me right around.
You usually find me at the bar.
Don't forget, the butterflies always seem.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, I love that I can fly now. Walking is for squares. Wee.
Lumos.
Huh? There they are. She wasn't making it up. Well, we've come this far. Miss Willardsy might get an answer about these butterflies.
And John sent me a sale at Best Buy for God of War Ragnarok, but I don't have the $35 for the game, and sale's only for today. Well, that's gonna have to wait. I just fought with Best Buy for the weekend.
Oh well, look what we have here.
That was it. FFC, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Thank you for the biddy. How was Final Fantasy 14 last night? Did you beat all the levels? Did you keep my son out of trouble? I'm doing well.
It's shameful what you've done to
Just
help us.
continuing on my evil run. Which is not really evil, but I choose the choose the mean dialogues. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello there.
I'm gonna end up hating this one. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. Oh. Oh, that redeem. It's going to be the bane of my existence. Or the bane of the pain in my neck. One of the two. Can you climb? I guess not. Girl can't jump worth a shit. But FF, if you use YouTube, if you wouldn't mind giving me a follow on YouTube, I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to expand my streaming capabilities, and the link's right there. Doesn't cost anything to sub, unlike Twitch. But I'm trying to get 100 followers so I can stream. Nothing exciting I
and I followed them into the forest, but
Black Car, thank you for subscribing.
Oh, I see. Nonetheless, I'm grateful that you tried.
I'm at 12 subscribers.
Really.
88 more to go.
Thank you. You take care, my friend.
But thank you, Black Car. I appreciate it, Final Fantasy. Is it okay if I call you FF?
I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village.
Or do you want me to call you something else? Final Fantasy channel is a long thing to say. Let me give you a shout out, by the way. That made me jump. What was that, The Last of Us? That's what it looked like. Un, dos, tres, cuatro. Mail? Mail works. Okay. What's up in here?
Come on in. Healing potions.
Healing potions.
Should you need any?
I need all the healing potions. But what are you up to today, Mel? Troll bogies.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Wait. Do I have anything to sell? Buy my shit.
I hope to
13 hours? Holy shit.
For now.
Revelio.
Man, I can't remember the last time I got 13 hours of sleep.
Hello, Mr. Pippin. You need help
Bet it
with
was
the
good, though.
delivery?
Yes, I do. A capable student such as yourself should have no trouble making the trip to Cambridge. It's just south of Hogwarts.
What do you need delivered?
Fatima Lawang ordered a few invisibility potions. I used to go myself, but lately Fatima has taken to turning every visit into an argument. Constantly complaining about the quality of my stock.
Hogwarts, is that what they call it? Dick herpes.
Give me no time to brew. If you take this rather irritating task off my hands, I'd happily allow you to claim the delivery fee from Fatima.
She sounds annoying.
I'd rather not deal with difficult people, but for a reward, I think I can manage.
Indeed. Here are the invisibility potions she requested. Hopefully she won't give you too much trouble. She's a talented potioneer in her own right. I dare say I wouldn't mind having a look at her potion recipes one day.
Make ours make your stream X-rated. Yeah, that happens with him. We still love him, though. Has he asked you to do any redemptions where you have to slather kerosene on your body and go tanning with it? Because I have. Welcome back, Kelly. Yeah, he has a thing for kerosene. I mean, some people like to watch the world burn, but he likes to watch his friends burn, apparently.
was a pleasant surprise.
Cleaning house. Come clean mine. Attempting. Getting sidetracked. Oh, this is just a jump one. Shit! Oh, I still completed it somehow. Some people get sidetracked sometimes. It's okay. Won't hold it against you, Kelly.
Revelio.
This game is awesome, man. This is actually my second playthrough. I did my first one as Gryffindor, because the game kind of like just made me do it. But I'm doing like an evil Slytherin run, and I'm basically choosing all the like mean dialogue. Ow. But I'm gonna try to 100% it if I can, and get all the unforgivable curses. Because the last time I played it, I didn't get Avada Kedavra, which kind of sucked. But I heard it's pretty helpful. I was using go in places right in your ADHD. Yeah, true. One of my mods actually gave me a challenge for the last 3 bosses to do a no-hit run on the last 3 bosses, which that could be interesting. You just gotta like keep an eye on like parrying and shit, and you should be able to do it. But I'm nervous. All right, where am I looking at?
Lumos.
I grab these guys. Yep. But there's so much to do in this game, man. You're dreading the kitchen. Oh god. I really like games that you can explore. And there's so much exploration to do in this. It makes me a happy little camper. Really? Come on. Can I grab the other ones while I'm at it? Yep. Number 2. Oh, it's up there. Oh, no, it's not. Where is the last cube? I save it till tomorrow. Well, it is Saturday, so you might as well. Is it up here or something? Oh, where's the last cube? Oh my god. You should not have to climb up a little tiny rock like that. Oh boy.
Lumos. Lumos.
My crap, I can't find the last cube. Shouldn't be too far away. So there's one. There's two. Oh, what the dick. Shouldn't be that far away from here.
Lumos.
This is ridiculous. Oh, that didn't just screw it up. There it goes. Is it over here? Oh, what the shit?
Lumos.
This is really saddening. This should not be that far away. I sure don't make the puzzles easy.
Lumos. Lumos.
I bet it's like up top here. I'm gonna run up first, see if I can find it, and then worry about the bugs.
Revelio.
That's a different trial.
Revelio.
Is it up here? No.
Revelio. Lumos.
That's right here. Are you serious?
These learning trials
Oh,
don't get
fucker.
enough for me.
Alright. That Merlin trial's done. As you guys can tell, I'm a pro gamer.
Cussed things. Lumos. Lumos.
What's down here?
Revelio.
Oh, I can't do anything with this yet. Oh! Holy crap.
Lumos.
What just happened? It spits me out one end and puts me...
Revelio.
Well, alright then. Evidently it doesn't want me. Okay. Leech juice, my favorite.
I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Oh, gotta find the ball. The ball. It's probably up here. There it is. Follow me, ball. Or don't. Silly ball, don't want to come with me. Come on. Maybe I need to push it.
Incendio.
There we go. It's making movement. Come to the hole. Come on, a little more. Really? What the fuck? They're really stuck in the reeds. That's pathetic. Push. It's stuck in reeds.
Levioso. Incendio.
That's ridiculous. This game and its glitches, I swear. Push. Push, damn you. It's literally stuck in reeds. That is so stupid. I don't think I have anything to get it out of there. Play Armus. Cool. come on. No, don't push it back. Working. Think. Damn it. Oh my god. It's literally stuck in like these fucking reeds. And on the lip. This is horse shit. My god. I give up. Fuck it. I'll come back another time. It's literally right where I need it to be. Alright. Stupid glitch. Pissed me off.
Hogwarts is very lucky they've got protection. If it isn't Nora Treadwell's precious.
Can't release any animals.
This is almost...
Alright, what's this one? have to do this one. I think I need the Bombarda for that. Oh. Unidentified hand item. Sounds interesting. I just forget I have those. What did they braise up? Oh. There's one. Oh, it's all the way over there. You're dead, Mr. Frog. What you got for me?
Oh, thank you enough for all you did to get my cards returned to me. I've been painting and painting. Incredible how such darkness can inspire such beauty. There we are then. That'll do nicely, I'm sure. More than happy to purchase that. Good to have stock, I always say.
Yeah,
Appreciate you stopping by. Be sure to visit me.
It's been too quiet. Thank you, Wiki. So I say it's been too quiet too long. Un, dos, tres, cuatro. I'm gonna be singing that in my sleep.
Revelio.
Yeah, I beat the game at level 35. And I'm already level 20 and I just started it like 2 days ago. Again. Of course, there was some side stuff that I skipped too.
Shame you're so foul.
Un, dos, tres. God damn it.
Revelio.
I forgot I could fly for a minute.
I'm not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Revelio.
Tilted house. Beans.
Revelio.
That Pippin should have been here by now.
Madame Luong?
I have a delivery from J. Pippin's Potions.
Ha! Sent a child to do his work for him, did he? Always cutting corners and taking the easy way out. Did he have you brew them for him as well? Doesn't matter. You could probably do it better than he can anyway.
Here are the potions you requested.
You think it's so simple? I know Pippin is always trying to cheat his customers. Cutting corners to save some galleons for himself at the expense of quality. You'll not be getting a canut out of me until you prove the potion works. Drink it.
Seems simple enough. I'll do it.
I should think
Not
so.
mean to do that. Drink an invisibility potion.
It seems to have worked.
Well, I suppose that will do.
If the demand for potions is as high as you say, have you considered being easier to work with? Perhaps combining your recipes and skills?
Ha! Not a chance. That ne'er-do-well had his shop handed to him. The rest of us had to make our own way. I'll not give him the benefit of my hard work and gumption. If he fails on his own, so be it.
Very well. I shall let Mr. Pippin know I delivered the potions as requested.
You do that.
What do you have for sale?
Anything good for me?
A fine
Those are always
choice.
good.
Exactly what I would have chosen.
Thanks, biatch.
Revelio.
Always been keen on Keenbridge. Hang on to your back.
What popped up?
Revelio.
Oh, a ball. The ball of bane of my existence. Is it over here? It doesn't fucking work. I bet it's over the bridge. Fucker. Welcome back. Nice, nice. I'll give you a tube stick. I don't get why that spell doesn't work.
Revelio.
It's like it's too heavy, but I don't know why it's too heavy. And it should just be able to pull right over this. I don't fucking know. It's annoying.
Revelio. Revelio.
What's up, Vader? How are you? I'm doing well. Just playing a little bit of Hogwarts Legacy. Getting pissed off because half the spells aren't working right. I can't pull the ball. Well, how's your day going? See something. Check my gear. I can't do anything there. Make my wand look better. That's kind of good looking. Someone new to the game that's been out. So this is actually my second playthrough. I played as Gryffindor the first time, and I finally got to do Slytherin. So I'm doing like an evil run. So I'm choosing all the mean dialogue, and I'm gonna play until I get all the unforgivable curses. So I think the only one I didn't get was Avada Kedavra last time I played. So I couldn't figure out how to do it. But it's a great game. It's gorgeous. I have a lot of fun playing it. I've actually been playing it like off and on the past few days. Continuously. But what are you stuck at? I might be able to help you. Oops. Oh my god. It annoys me that I have to like highlight there. There's that one. The Cave Dark Forest the first time. Can you give me the storyline part? Because I think I've already done that. Is it where you have to go in there with the ghost guy? 'Cause I think I just did that. Yeah, I just did that. What's the issue? You like just don't know where to go? Bye, frog. So the cave is pretty self-explanatory when you go through it. Navigating it. So I think it'd be so much easier if I could see what you're talking about. Let me see if I can go back into the cave. I'll do a run through it.
Hi.
Thank you for the follow.
And I'm your friend to the end.
Okay. And Forbidden Forest. Jackdaw's Tomb, that's what it was, right? I'll do a run through. It happens. They're actually pretty confusing. Because it's very, very puzzle-ish. So, go in, run up here, and get your loot that's usually here. Use your regular basic attack on all three of these. I'm gonna do the whole run that I did. I ran in here, killed all the spiders that dropped, which I've already killed them all. Got the loot here. Oh, you're not playing it right now? That's okay. I'll give you the gist of what it looks like. And then back here, there's some loot. So, run up here. Grab the loot. Pull this over. Well, if you are a streamer, which you are, I will give you a follow. Yeah, this is like the simple one. It's pretty linear, like you just have to follow the caves. And 1, 2... I thought there was a third one. Oh, no worries. I thought there was a third one here. There might be a third one here that you have to hit. There's a boom. Might also be 2. Plus, it doesn't hurt that I could actually run through again and make sure I didn't forget anything. So I have a habit of doing that myself. With spiders, I don't think you can attack. Those I can.
Not my fault you're a deadly great spider.
Then you can climb up this wall. Grab the loot. If it helps, I'm recording this VOD. So if you want to watch the VOD when I'm done streaming, it'll show you what to do. I'm also going to put it on my YouTube channel too.
Revelio.
I don't mind helping you. See, I forgot something. So, that helped me. You're part of the community now. I don't mind helping. And there's some spiders here. Maybe I can't go through here. I don't remember. Okay, you can't go through here. So it'll be this way. And then grab Orclump juice. Pretty sure I got that. Yep. Run down here. Jump down. Then mini boss fight. Then boom. I try to be as helpful as I can. And I can't remember how to open these doors. I think it's because I already did it. So, when you get to this point here, this door will be open. I can't go through it because I already did it. But you'll see a bunch of those statue guys, you'll fight them, and then you'll be out. So yeah, it's not too hard. I literally have to run all the way to the front again. You will have to hit this, that, and this to get out of the door. Let's see. Alright, back to the front. Apparently you can't port out of here either. Which is totally fine. Back to the front. We'll do what I say when I say back to the front. You're welcome. But yeah, after my stream, you should be able to get the VOD, and that's just like a clear run through for you. I can actually, I can clip it for you too if you'd like. I'll even do you a solid here. if you would like to join, here's the Discord. Got some fun people in the Discord. You might see some crazy shit, but it's all in fun and games. Oh, wrong way. I'll excuse Makar beforehand. We love him. My son is crazy. Alright. Challenges. What else have I unlocked? Combat. Kill all the spiders. Give the spiders that hawk tool. Ew. Cool. Yeah, when I'm done streaming, I'm gonna post this VOD on my YouTube, and I'll try to clip the little spot for you, and give you your little strategy guide to get out of there.
What do you have in store for me this time?
After you do so many quests, and you level up, it gives you more health. Shit, I don't have Bombarda. So, whenever you level up, which my level is not helpful. So I'm level 21. Every time I've leveled up, it gives me like 25 more health. And then you just look at the gear that you have, and you just find the ones that have more defense, and it'll give you better defense. Eventually you can add on little add-ons to these little dots and give yourself some extra help. One thing I would suggest is not disassembling your gear, but to sell it to a vendor. Ooh. Party! Oop. Hello, horseman.
Revelio.
And then when you're like in the castle or town or anything, use Revelio a lot. That way you can find the hidden secrets. Because you unlock other stuff with those as well. Level 8 or 9. You got a little ways to go. You'll level up pretty quick. I just started playing this again like 2 days ago, and I'm already in the level 20s. Keep an eye on your health too. 'Cause, that's important. I did a lot of exploring before I left the castle, so I'm higher level.
Revelio.
Can't unlock it.
Incendio. Revelio.
Yeah, having a lot of galleons is a must too, because you have to buy a lot of stuff later on. Yeah, that's what I did, was I choose all the mean dialogue. Ow. Oh, big boy. Yeah, my first run I was all Little Mr. Good Guy. And then when I chose Slytherin, I was like, I'm gonna go bad. When you look at it, it's kind of just like, oh, that seems kind of rude. Like, you'll do missions for people, or quests for people, and then you'll have the option to give them back their stuff, and be like, nah, I'm gonna keep it. Enough with the little spiders, Jesus. Like, there's one girl, you have to find her gobstones. And then you'll be like, I think I'll keep them. And she's like, really? It's like, that's what you get for not keeping track of your stuff. I don't know if there's an achievement or anything for, basically evil or not. But find out.
Revelio. Incendio.
And then later on you'll get talents so you can upgrade your spells. Like when I use Incendio, it has that little ring of fire under it. Do I chat in Discord? Yeah. I try to stay pretty active. Some days I'll forget to write in it, but you don't normally I'll reach out and see how everybody's doing. Some days it's quiet, some days there's some fun stuff going on. Depends on the time of day and what's going on in everybody's lives. But yeah, I'll usually post at least At least every other day. I post when I go live. I post some memes sometimes. There's also some voice chat rooms if you need to use a voice chat. Yeah, feel free to use whatever you like. Oh, don't worry. There's if you're affiliated, there's a what's the word I'm thinking of? Self-promotion room. If you're trying to get affiliate, there's a past affiliate room. Feel free to post in there when you go live. If you like music, there's a music room. You can post songs and stuff. Trapped and Nickelback are not allowed. Other than that, feel free to use whatever. I'm always down for a good laugh if you have a funny meme. Ooh, mommy spider. Whoop. There was a spider under my bottom. Got me in the bottle. Give me 1 second. Okay. I hate that feeling when you're wearing a headset for too long and like your ears will itch. It's very fun. It's definitely difficult and different experience. Approach me is disabled and understand. Hey man, I have one hand, so I know how that feels. Do your best and have fun with it. So, I feel you on that one. Don't let disabilities get you down. Just have fun with it. There's some games that I have to completely change the way I play just to be able to play them, and I do my best and I have fun. Like some games I'll play keyboard and mouse, some games I'll play controller, like I am on this one. Just do your best and have fun with it. That's all that matters. Hey, don't you protego me. I'll protego you right back. Eat a rock. Oh yeah, animagus. Oh. Yeah, exactly. Don't you protego. Oops.
Your coaching days are over.
Sometimes you gotta flaunt what's wrong with you, and then just have fun with it.
Revelio.
I can't flaunt all my issues though. People might get scared and run away. Okay, so that one's done. They'd be like, he crazy, I'm out of here. I'd be like, yes, I am.
Revelio.
Exploration. Y'all sleeping? All right. I feel like they're contemplating something. You know what? I don't remember if Quidditch is in this yet. I know they were talking about putting it in. But you do get the broom shortly after you do your second round of quest lines. Because I know they were talking about putting Quidditch in it, but I don't know if they've done it yet or not. And if they don't, I'm going to be very sad. There's a couple things that they were talking about putting in this that they haven't, and then some of them they changed that they're not going to. Like making it multiplayer. That was upsetting. That would cause way too much of a ruckus.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
All roads lead to Hogsmeade. Oh, I forgot you can't fly in here. Hang on down to the river's edge. But yeah, there'll be one point you'll get the spell Accio. You'll see all these little floating pages. You want to grab them all. Any floating page you see. I think you might already have it, actually.
Revelio.
That eyeball one. Yep. Da 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 da. Further on in the game, you'll learn it in the main quest.
Well, do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all.
I delivered the potions to Fatima Lawan.
Very good. And did she cause you any trouble?
I can see why you didn't want to go. She was quite cantankerous.
I do truly appreciate your help. And at least it's done with.
See, this will be like one of those evil ones. Evil dialogue. I'd like an additional fee.
Delivering those potions was a bit more work than I'd expected. I'd like an additional fee.
I suppose that's business for you. Very well, I shall increase your pay, but I'm not at all pleased about it.
By the way, I found this book of potion recipes in Cambridge. Might it be useful to you?
Is this Fatima's recipe book?
If it is, she doesn't deserve it back.
You should keep it. She doesn't deserve to have it.
I appreciate what you're saying, but you have much to learn about respecting the property of others. Some things are secret amongst potioneers. I shall return it to her immediately.
Seven out of 10 quests done. Are there any more side quests here? Nope. Okay. That would be nuts. Slytherin would prevail as always. So once you get your broom, that's when it unlocks like all the exploration. Like this is endgame area over here. You can't get here, but you can explore like all of this. Once you get your broom. Down here, there are a little stronger enemies, so I wouldn't suggest going down to your like level 20. But up here, it's all lower level shit. Which is not a bad idea to do a little exploring. After I sell some stuff, at least.
We have everything a young student might need.
As exploring, you'll find more armor to wear and make yourself stronger. I should do the room of requirement though, so I can unlock all of this. I think I'm gonna go do that first. Thanks for doing business, pal.
Hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Yeah, I bet you do. But yeah, a 4-player battle royale with Harry Potter Hogwarts would be great. So your offense, you'll get more once you level up. Your defense is what comes from all the armor. So you want to focus on getting a good defense. Oh, Confringo. The Astronomy Wing. I think that's one of the unforgivable curses. Let's get it. You should always worry about defense, but every time you level up, you get a little bit stronger. Your basic attack it will just hit just normal, but you'll hit harder once you get here. What are those? There's something I haven't unlocked yet, so I can't show you what they are yet. But it gives you like buffs to your gear. I can't look at them yet because I haven't unlocked them all. Excuse me.
Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
So this guy puts you through a quest line where you learn the unforgivable curses.
Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the best place to discuss it.
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place. This way. There's a secret passage just here.
It's well disguised.
Fucking Quattro Cat.
How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So please, keep it between us. He never confides in anyone. But he's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of gear that has a little red arrow pointing down.
I will crush and destroy.
Callie, thank you for the beaties.
Hey, Ominous. Met him in our common room. I've noticed he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. One Evander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. I've never heard anyone else speak of it, and I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets, but this place is special to him.
Of course. Ominous spoke to me about his family when we first met. To say that he has no love lost for them is an understatement.
Glad you understand. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to, away from prying eyes, and even practice otherwise forbidden spells.
Really? Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students.
A proper magical education ought to include all magic.
My thoughts exactly. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. Such spells should be properly taught, not banned. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic, but you should learn it. I can teach it to you safely here.
Yeah, teach me. Give me fire. Fire, fire,
It may take
fire.
a while to get the feel for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out?
6.
Alright, Confringo.
Best to keep the undercroft intact. Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their uses. Nice work. How's it feel?
It's a tad hot.
Fits.
I think I liked it.
Nice.
I have to say, I enjoyed that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo, we singed our eyebrows.
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down. To this day, there's something about that spell that's addictive.
This is exactly the type of magic I've been hoping to learn.
There's more where that came from. Been practicing similar spells here for ages. Although, I didn't tell Anne and Ominous about every one. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up.
Just let me know when, and I'll meet you.
She misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too. Well, meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs.
I shall look forward to it.
Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier?
I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found in the library. Might it have something to do with Victor Rookwood? He didn't mistake you for someone else at all in Hogsmeade, did he?
Nothing gets past you. I'll tell you what I can. Rookwood and Ranrock are trying to recover something they think I took from a vault in Gringotts.
Gringotts? When were you there?
Professor Fig and I wound up there after the dragon attack. There was this port key.
A port key? To Gringotts?
Well, it's all a bit convoluted.
I'm listening.
You must promise to keep this between us.
I trusted you with knowledge of the secret undercroft. You can trust me.
All right. I can see traces of ancient magic.
Ancient magic? I don't know what I was expecting to say, but it wasn't that. What does that even mean?
Honestly, I'm not entirely certain. All I know is that I can see whispers of an old magic that hardly anyone else can. Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out.
And this ability of yours, does this allow you to wield this magic too?
I don't know.
Well, when you do know, tell me. I've been studying archaic forms of magic for ages. Perhaps we can help each other. In the meantime, with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, I suspect a bit more time practicing the blasting curse is in order. Spend as much time here as you'd like. And remember, keep this place between us. When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
Confringo! Confringo!
I think so. Boom. Well, that was fun. Time to go blow shit up.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello, Ominous. I was just heading to our common room.
I've recognized that voice. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft? How did you get in there?
That room's called the Undercroft. Ah, well, I was exploring and suddenly found myself in a strange passageway.
Don't lie to me. No one stumbles upon that room. Sebastian told you, didn't he?
What a prick.
You breathe a word about this place to anyone. Not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends with the headmaster. I am not afraid to exploit that connection if I need to.
You needn't threaten me. I'm not going to say anything about your Undercroft. And Sebastian is a good friend. You shouldn't immediately assume the worst of him.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend. Thank you very much.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help. Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
Boom, biatch. Alright, what do I got next? The Room of Requirement. That's what I wanted. Oh. Just keep running, just keep running. Heard something down here. No. What the hell?
Professor Weasley? Away from prying eyes.
Ooh.
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no time. Well done. Shall we?
After you, Professor.
Got myself a new house. Ish.
What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? You must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor?
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you found it.
Do not enter.
There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room. I suggest you practice the wand movements first, Then you can clear the chairs away. Splendid. Now, cast Evanesco on those chairs.
Okay.
Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on. Where in Merlin's name is that elf?
I don't know if I see a piece of paper.
Is that... Goodness. My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. Can't believe it's still here. Revelio. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Yes, Professor.
Dear, can't you keep it down? Some of us are trying to rest. Revelio.
Alright.
Revelio.
There we go.
Revelio.
Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio.
How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here?
Revelio.
What was that? Was that a golden snitch?
Perhaps you should summon your wits and find out.
Revelio.
Am I supposed to go through here? That might be it. Nope. Oh shit. Okay, I can push it a little bit. How do I get over this? Can I get it through there? No. Oh. Like that.
Revelio.
I hope that house elf can find us in here.
There we go.
Revelio.
Yikes! Careful!
Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deke will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deke, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deke was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deke was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deke is honored to meet you.
Deke has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deke. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deke, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deke's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
Ooh, pretty.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with. I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed.
Identify.
You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
Awesome.
I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring. The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you. Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try? Go ahead and conjure the potion station and potting table. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you already used to study magical plots and brew potions in class.
Okay.
Well done. You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds. Deke will be here to answer any questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
Can you tell me a bit more about Deke?
We.
I will be sure to speak with Deke if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
Thank you. Well, y'all, I am going to cut it for a little bit. I'm going to go get some dinner and do a couple things. I might be back on tonight. Is there anybody even on? Let's find out. Elrock is on. She's playing Outlast. Let's go say hi to Elrock. Oop. That's not her. There we go. Alright, y'all. I will see you guys in a little while. I go get some food. Enjoy yourselves. I'll talk to you in a bit. Bye.